My father's been raising pigs for approximately 45 years, and this is the accumulation of a lot of years of work and whatnot to build it up to 1,000 sows.
You've invested a lot of time and effort in making your operation a success, and you want your parasite control to work just as hard. Introducing a significant advance in parasite control from the people at Pfizer. DECTOMAX 1% injectable solution. DECTOMAX gives you unsurpassed control over a wide variety of internal and external parasites. It's easy to administer, and it comes in conveniently sized bottles. Your veterinarian can give you more information about the convenience and power of this new insecticide. Take a look at the DECTOMAX difference for yourself. DECTOMAX is injected into the muscles of the neck and goes to work within hours on mange, roundworms, nodular worms, and other gastrointestinal worms, lungworms, and kidney worms. And with one shot, you can go the distance against the costliest of external parasites, mange. And that's a difference you won't find in the competition. How? The mange life cycle averages 12 to 15 days. To effectively break the cycle, a product must outlast the egg incubation period. DECTOMAX does just that. In recent studies, DECTOMAX proved more effective than Ivomec injectable in breaking the life cycle of mange and preventing reinfestations. In fact, the study shows DECTOMAX lasts twice as long as Ivomec, up to 18 days, far outlasting the mange life cycle. Mange mites and other internal and external parasites can take a big bite out of your profits. Field and clinical studies show mange can cause significant reductions in daily gain and feed efficiency. Skin lesions caused by mange can mean costly extra trimming at slaughter. That's a DECTOMAX difference you can't afford to ignore. DECTOMAX provides cost-effective mange control by minimizing the transmission of mange from sows to piglets. Less mange in the nursery and grower areas means fewer treatments for comprehensive mange control, resulting in reduced drug costs and labor costs. Controlling mange can result in fewer pre-weaning mortalities, and weaners that gain faster with greater feed efficiency. That's a difference producers can count on.
We have sows here in the home farm. We buy semen, breed them all. We keep them through the gestation period. We wean them at nothing older than 16 days old. Then they're moved out to various contract finishing barns where they finish them off and send them out to market. Basically, we want to control mange. So all of our replacement gilts are given DECTOMAX upon arrival to the farm for mange control, and also for worm control we give it to all of our sows right before they farrow, so that all our early weaned pigs are free of parasites or worms. I switched to DECTOMAX because it outlasts the life cycle of mange, whereas ivermectin doesn't. It requires a follow-up shot 2 weeks later. I switched to DECTOMAX because it was more cost-effective than ivermectin. It requires less time to administer it, since there's only one shot as opposed to two, and it's easier on the animals. When we administered Ivomec, the sows seemed to have quite a negative response. DECTOMAX, there seems to be less negative response from the sow, and a lot of them, have no response at all.
The DECTOMAX difference begins with its unique molecular structure.
DECTOMAX comes from the ivermectin class of compound, which are well known for their activity against internal and external parasites. Researchers at Pfizer wanted to improve the efficacy profile and duration of activity of the already existing ivermectins. They succeeded by adding a cyclohexyl ring on position C25 of the molecule. The result is improved efficacy and longer duration of activity.
Its proven abilities stay in the blood longer, providing more protection for the pig. Longer, in fact, than Ivomec injectable. And here's where DECTOMAX really gains ground on the competition.
You are presently looking at the graph of the blood concentration of DECTOMAX and ivermectin in swine over time. The area under the curve for the DECTOMAX treated animal is twice as large as the area under the curve for the ivermectin treated animal. Also important to notice is the peak concentration for DECTOMAX versus ivermectin, which is twice as high. Those two features serves to illustrate the greater efficacy and longer duration of activity for DECTOMAX.
We have 700 sows currently. We're a farrow to finish operation. We're a high health operation. Any incoming stock that comes into the farm goes through our quarantine facility for 6 weeks. DECTOMAX was recommended to us by our veterinarian. We use it as a prevention rather than a treatment program. In June of every year we go in and we blanket treat all our breeding stock through use of fecal sampling and fecal testing. That we have been able to maintain our status as worm-free. I've never liked using oral wormers because I feel that it's very difficult to get an accurate dose to the pigs. I've always liked the injectable route. I think for us that's one of the main reasons we use DECTOMAX is because it's injectable. You have a measured amount going into the animal. You know that it's got the right amount and it quickly absorbed through the bloodstream. And we found that with our previous product, Ivomec, there was a lot of negative reaction, i.e. that the pigs would find it very irritable. They would start itching and scratching. Some animals would actually try to get out of the crates because it irritated them so much. But with DECTOMAX we found that there was really no signs of irritant. Number one benefit for us is ease of application. It's easy on the pigs, and that's really important.
Unlike other injectable compounds, DECTOMAX is well tolerated by swine, with virtually no pain for the animal and no lasting effects at the injection site. Studies by Pfizer show that carcass quality is not affected using DECTOMAX. And since it's administered into the less valuable muscles of the neck region, there's even less of an impact. That means less stress on your sows, gilts, and feeder pigs. And our extensive studies prove DECTOMAX is extremely safe for swine of all ages, including breeding stock.
This farm is named Group Ultra Pork. The operation consists of 6 buildings, each of which houses about 1,300 piglets. Our farrowing operations have about 3,000 sows. The first piglets entered Group Ultra Pork in February 1997. The veterinarian that follows this unit suggested DECTOMAX because there were many piglets with mange entering the facility. The piglets are brought in, counted, separated by sex and size. When this work is done, we inject the vaccine and the dose of DECTOMAX at the same time. DECTOMAX is very easy to inject. We take the pigs one by one and Walter injects the piglet in the neck. To me, the piglets don't notice the shot. They are already stressed on that day, so one more shot does not make any difference. They are not stressed by that. For this reason, we do everything that has to be done the first day. After that, all the pigs have to do is grow.
Experience the DECTOMAX difference for yourself. It's effective against a broad spectrum of parasites. It outlasts the life cycle of mange. And it's as easy to give as it is to take. For more information, talk to your veterinarian or call Pfizer Technical Services at 1-800-461-0917. DECTOMAX. It's tough on parasites, easy on pigs.